You know what we should have done? We won't. We need to learn how to do that quick change thing that they do on like America's Got Talent.
Oh yeah.
You know?
No, I don't. I've never seen it.
You've never seen it?
I've never seen the quick change thing. No.
It's quick. You need to look that up on YouTube. It's crazy because you'll see this person, a man and a woman or whatever, and you know they'll like take a sheet or something, throw it up, and then by the time it drops, they're in different clothes. Or they throw this confetti that covers them, and then all of a sudden they're in different clothes. I know you've seen it.
Hey, good evening, everybody. I'm Chuck Rogers, licensed professional counselor and licensed marriage and family therapist.
And I'm Keith Dunn, and I'm a network engineer working on being a quick change artist.
Yeah, he is.
It's going to be exciting. I'll do it for you one day.
And together we're Tabletop Coffee.
Where we're bold and never bitter.
And tonight we're going to talk about velvet rope policy. Have you let someone into your life, personally or professionally, and they need to go?
Yeah, they do. They need to go.
Stay tuned. We'll talk about it.
You know, this happens from time to time. Is you really have to be... I'll put a link up here for the velvet rope policy because that's something that we talked about a few episodes ago, and it deals with not allowing people pass that rope into your friend group or business group or client group or whatever it may
like
be.
you're the bouncer standing outside the nightclub and you get in and you get in and you don't get in.
Right.
That person's in charge of who enters the dwelling.
Yeah. So what happens when you had somebody at that rope and they tricked you or they faked you out or something just happened
Well, they
after
changed.
they got in the club?
Yeah. If the situation changes.
Could
You
be
thought you
anything.
wanted them in your club. They're in your club, and now it's not a good situation.
They're in there drinking too much, or they're partying, or they're just doing something in your club that you're just not happy with.
You're like, I want them out of my club.
Yeah. So then you go from the bouncer, not letting them in to having to pick them up and throw them out.
Have you ever had it happen to you?
I did. I have had this happen. In fact, I've had it happen a few times in business. And I guess if you look at friend relationships, there are times when you have to weed them out as well.
Sometimes.
But I have this one time that really stands out, and it was a long time ago. I had this one client, and I thought it was going to be just a great relationship. It was at a time where I was really building the business and taking in, a lot of clients at that time. I was always careful to not let people pass the rope.
Yeah.
But this one got through because I thought they were going to be just a great client.
Yeah.
And I really didn't realize until later on that it just really wasn't working right.
Yeah,
You
sometimes it
start
happens.
seeing those cracks coming in that dam and you're like, oh, what did I do? And you get to a point where, they're complaining about things they shouldn't complain about. They're actually using a tone with you that should never be used in a business relationship. They're putting you down, or they're upset, and they're visibly upset about things that really don't matter. Because in IT work, you're always working on a problem. There's always a problem. You can you're supposed to be taking care of these people.
Yeah, it's just going to happen.
So you need that relationship. But I finally got to my boiling point, probably a year and a half or 2 years into this business relationship. I know, it took me a little while. But I went in and sat down with this client and I said, I hate to do this, but I can't continue doing work for you.
Oh, I bet that socked him in the gut.
So, it was kind of a reverse firing. We never lost clients unless we got rid of clients, and this was one we just had to get rid of.
Yeah, too painful.
Yeah, I couldn't be on site. I couldn't deal with the stress. I didn't want to deal with the stress.
Yeah.
It's just not worth it. So I went through that process, and, he accepted it, and I excused myself and, told him I hope he does well, and that I hoped he could find somebody else to take care of his business IT for him. So, I left as well as I possibly could.
You did it well.
Yeah. So a couple days later, I get a call from this person saying, I'm so sorry. If you will please come back and give me another chance,
Wow.
I will make sure I never act that way again.
Wow, that's amazing.
So here's the crazy thing. Do I let this person back through that rope?
You just put them on the other side.
No.
Now am I going to let you back in?
And that was a tough decision.
Yeah.
I sat there for a little while. I actually told him, I'm going to have to let you know.
Good
I
job.
really
You
need
did-
to think
You
about
didn't
it.
do it impulsively.
I did not. I said, I've gone through this process. I made that decision. Do I really want to step back into this?
Yeah, be careful.
And so I thought about it for a little while. I don't remember. It's been a few years. It's probably been 12 years or so ago. But I know it was at least a couple of days that went by, and I decided to give him a chance.
Gotcha.
I tell you what, it worked out perfect.
It was good.
From that point forward, we had a great business relationship. It turned into a personal relationship
nice. Yeah.
where we would go out and grab breakfast and coffee together and have a relationship outside of the business.
Well, that's
And
incredible.
I think that helped as well.
Probably.
Yeah. So it cemented a really good relationship, and it was just,
It changed it.
it changed it.
Yeah, it really did.
And I really didn't have any choice. I just had to do this.
Yeah, and you could have continued to suffer through and not said anything, which wouldn't have been helpful for you.
Right.
It was painful because you would dread the email or
Every
the phone
time.
call.
Every time.
And then you would go there and be miserable.
That's right.
And then when you would leave, you were recovering and dreading the next time when you
Yeah.
were going to be involved with this person.
Yeah.
But you changed all that because you said, I'm not going to do it anymore. I'm going to step in and I'm going to make a difference, and I'm going to call this person out of my life.
Right. And it worked out. It really worked out as a great situation. It could have turned really nasty.
Yeah, but you don't know what it did for him either.
Right.
My guess is that you weren't the only person that he was treating this way.
Right.
And my guess is that you may have been the only person that was letting him know that, look, this is really uncomfortable for me. And so you
Called him out.
probably did a favor to him and lots of people in his life as well. So I guess but to boil this down, A, be careful who you let pass the velvet rope. And
That's right.
then you can't always know for sure.
Mm-hmm.
You can't foretell the future.
Right.
So sometimes when you get somebody in and you let them past your velvet rope, it doesn't mean that you have to continue to allow them to be there. And so you can put them back on the other side like you did as well.
Yeah. And it was just creating so much anxiety.
Yeah.
I didn't want to be there. And so if it's affecting you and it's affecting your health and it's affecting how you mentally feel about someone, because it did. It changed the way I responded and reacted during situations, and I don't like that. I like to have that even keel tone with everyone and be upbeat, and I was not upbeat there.
No, it was taking a toll on you.
Yeah.
Hey, I hope you liked our content. If you did, please subscribe. Keith would really appreciate that.
Yes. And ding that bell, and also put some comments down below. Have you ever been through anything like
idea.
that? Whether it's business or personal, we'd love to hear about it.
Yeah, really would. Make sure to share it with your friends and like it.
Yep. Until next time.
See ya.
All right.
So the difference is, are these called baseball caps as opposed to trucker hats?
I like the thought of trucker hat, but I'd never heard it called
Trucker hats
trucker.
trucker hats are the ones that are taller.
Oh, yeah, I don't like trucker hats.
I don't either. Yeah.
No, I don't like them. In fact, I have a few trucker hats, and they just sit on the shelf. I never use them.
Yeah, I don't like them.
It feels funny because, see, I love these because they just fit my head perfect. I can feel them up here. It's
Well,
just
you have
great.
a perfect head.
I do.